Merry Early Christmas, Early Merry Christmas. Both of them work. I hope everyone has had a fantastic week. I've been really busy with all the Christmas festivities. You guys know how it goes. Hosting two parties back to back. Um, I also haven't slept in like 2-3 days. Finally got to sleep last night, so I'm rested. I'm well adjusted, and it is time to play some Crisis Core. Now, I have a little bit of a warning, not so much warning. I'm going to be completely honest, as I always am when I start my streams. Spoiler, non-spoiler. For those of you guys who have played the original Final Fantasy VII, you know what's going to go down. You know that there's a certain mission that you've been probably not wanting to see for this whole entire game because of its foreboding. You know that when Sephiroth says the words, blank, 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 we're in trouble. We're about to reach that scene, and as a result of which, we will never be able to come back to Midgar again. Not until later. So there is a lot of missable content in this game, like a ton, and all of it stems from this. For example, if you guys remember a little bit early on, there was that guy who's like scared to go on any missions, blah, 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 blah. Dude, let me get behind you. Okay. And you can go ahead and do his... Okay, you can go... Oh. That's a start. That's a start of the night. You know what? Let's luck her dog. Okay, well anyways, you can go ahead and do his quest line, in which every time you do a mission for the lad, he levels up. Until at the very end, you know, if I remember correctly, he levels up to the point where he's like, you know what, Zach, I appreciate the help. I'm ready to go roll some people, work for Shinra, right? He gives you an item that you can give to Aerith to go ahead and make like a bonus flower cart. Now, if you don't finish up that chain of quests, you never get the item. Wow, we are on a roll tonight. You never get said item. Oh my god! You never get said item, and as a result... Oh, is that level 5? You never get said item, and as a result of which you don't make the flower cart. If you don't make the flower cart, then you're missing out on experience points, an extra scene, and Aerith's DMV wheel having a higher % chance permanently for the rest of the game. So we have to do a lot of missions, and if there's a complaint that pretty much most people who played this game is, besides, you know, some people don't like the introduction of Genesis and Enchio, which I'll kind of get on that in a little bit. It's the fact that the missions are very, like, they're just clones of each other. We're in the same location, it's just the difficulty of the monsters, the XP they give out, and the items that we get are different. Besides that, every mission is a carbon copy clone. So there is going to be a lot of missions that we have to do, all for the sake of, I want to, as I do with every Final Fantasy, 100% it. And since there is a lot of missable content here, we got to make sure that we go ahead and do that. After I finish up every mission that is in our retinue, I have to go ahead and talk to everyone in Midgar, make sure I didn't miss anything, because I don't want to miss any missions. Obviously, that would ruin... since the super boss of this game, you have to have completed 100% of the missions, then you get a secret final mission, enter super boss. If we don't have that, then we can't beat the game, right? We can't 100% it, so simple as that is what we're going to have to do. So I'm probably going to be talking throughout the very much beginning of this stream. If you guys have any questions for me, things I'm excited for, things I've been doing, what I've been up to, feel free to ask. Because it's going to be a lot of this. Just begin mission, activating combat zone, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, similar to Blitzball, this will be the Blitzball segment of this game, if you will. Pretty much every Final Fantasy has it. Final Fantasy IX is probably the most intricate, with the Blitzball segment being a game of jump rope. I wish I was kidding. Good God, I'm not excited to get the King of Jump Rope title, but it has to be done, right? The show must go on. So... like I said, I'm going to be oh, special scene. The first time I played this, I never got any of these. I'm serious. Unfortunately, I feel right at home. Alright. So, I'll explain as to why I got a straight. I haven't slept for 2-3 days, whatever it was. Do you want me to bring you a milky? I don't know what that means. If it's a milkshake, I've already had dinner, and I would say that I'm good, but I appreciate the offer. So, let's start off with that. That 2 or 3 days ago, I just slept terrible. I usually do around this time of year. I can't really control it. I don't know why, but it just happens, right? So, 2 days ago, I didn't really sleep. Or 3 days ago, I didn't really sleep. 2 days ago was... So 3 days ago was the last day before the Christmas break in the Bundesliga. So I got up, I think I went to bed at like 5, got up at 5:30. Another scene. Oh, we've already seen that one. And I get up at like 5:30 to watch Schalke. We got VAR-balled. It's whatever. It always freaking happens.
Prove your honor to me.
We draw 2-2. We played really, really well. Katusu scored an absolute banger. You know, that's always good. It was very much an enjoyable match. Besides the VAR ball. Whenever you draw and the team gets 2 penalties, it's never... If you draw 2-2, 3-3, whatever, and the other team got 2 penalties, it's usually not the best. Especially when the ref had denied both penalty calls, VAR ball comes in, blah, 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 blah. So that ends level. And then I kind of just spent the rest of the day just memeing, right? I was just bussing, nothing too special. And I was looking up on the online, and I was thinking like, hey, I just realized if Bundesliga's you know, Christmas break starts tomorrow, that means that the Serie A's final game, you know, match 17, which is their halfway point, the Hinterrunde. You know, I was like, hey, you know what? I need to go text my buddy who's a huge Milan fan and see what time the game's at. So, my buddy texts me back. He goes, bro, we play at 3 a.m. Now, at this point, it was 3 a.m. Sunday. Of course, this is on Saturday morning. I'm texting him. And he goes, hey, bro, we play at 3 a.m. You know, at that point, let's say it was like 17 hours away, whatever. He's like, so yeah, I don't expect you to want to watch. And he goes to college up in another state. So, but before he went to college, like whenever he's not on break, we watch pretty much every one of our respective team games together. He'll come over for the Schalke games. I'll go over to his house for Milan. Just how it rolls, right? Just it's a wonderful setup that we got. Now, as you guys can probably tell by my banner, Milan is not my Serie A team of choice, but that's okay. I have a lot of respect for the kid. He's probably my, if not the closest IRL friend that I have. So, you know, I cheer for his club whenever it's on, provided that it's not a Lazio and Milan game. That's the only situation that I'll ever kind of root against them. So, they're playing up against Atalanta, who's had a really surprising, they're usually in relegation zone, and they just had a surprising run of form. I was like, okay, cool, dude. So it's about, now, like I said, 1 or 2 p.m. on Saturday, and I'm like, cool, I think I might be coming over. He goes, what? I go, yeah, dude, I'll come over. I don't want to miss it, because it's the last game before you go back up to another state. It's the last game before the winter break, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to miss it, you know. Now, I also want to note that the Supercoppa Italiana was on Sunday. About 8 o'clock was kickoff time. So, I was like, you know what? I'll come over for that. And then, since he has a VPN in his house, and so all of his TV is in Italian, I'm like, we'll hang out. We'll watch the Lazio. We'll watch the Supercoppa Italiana. So he rolls with it. So it's about 8, 9 p.m. I pretty much spent the whole day getting ready for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Like I said, I was hosting both. Spent the whole day getting ready, and finally it hits about 8 or 9, and I'm starting to get really, really tired. You know, I've been playing 14 a little bit just to try and keep me awake. And a buddy of mine texts me, he goes, hey, you know, let's play some Mario Superstars Baseball. Now, the Dolphin emulator has like a new update, if you will, that you could go ahead and play online. And Mario Superstars Baseball is a game that I own and played religiously as a kid. I still have my copy of it. Like, absolutely loved it, and this lad does too. He lives god near all the way across the U.S. So we were playing that till probably like probably played for 3-4 hours straight. Mario Baseball, Mario Superstar Strikers. It was a master class, just a pure master class. And expect that to be streamed too once I kind of work on my backlog here, because it's just every time we play that game, it's just an absolute mess, and it's just a wonderful mess. It's one that you can't stop watching, especially when we got the commentation. It just makes it just an enjoyable watch. A lot of humor. So we did that, and Little Buster's reigned supreme, to say the least. And then he fell asleep because he's 3 hours ahead. And he fell asleep around midnight, 1 o'clock. It's like 3, 4 his time. And I was sitting there, I was like, I still have 2 hours before I go over to my buddy's house. And I don't know what to do. So I did what every good lad does. I started up Final Fantasy VII, made a brand new save. Played that for probably 3 hours, 3 hours, whatever. I go over to my buddy's house. Yes! Okay, level up. Go over to my buddy's house around 3, get there about 3:30, kickoffs at 3:30, and I watch Milan proceed to lose their worst loss in 23 years at a 5-0, just thrashing by Atalanta. It was a hard watch. It wasn't a great day for local, you know. So he wants to go to bed halfway through the game. When it hits about 3-0, he's like, mate, I got to go to sleep. And I'm like, no, like I've seen Schalke come back against Dirtmound 4-0 down, you know. 4-0 down at the half. We come back, we draw 4-4. Still the greatest game I've seen. Greatest game of this decade, for those of you that are wondering. My top sporting moment of the decade is probably the Schalke game. My second being 7-1 against Brazil. Those are my top 2. And I'm like, dude, we you know, you guys can come back. You guys can definitely come back. You know, 3-0 is obtainable. Atalanta is known to be a little shaky at times. Like, you got this, you got this. And I really, really, really regret saying that, just because the team Milan just progressively got worse. Conti on the right side looked like a goddamn training cone, and the wingers were just flying past this guy. Pretty much every goal was started from an attack/counter that was opened up as a result of that right side. It was not fantastic, you know. It wasn't a good day to be a Milan fan. So finally it reaches 5-0, and my lad just had it, and you know, I feel really, really bad, but the game finishes up 5-0 Atalanta, and you know, next game on was like Lecce and Bologna, as I call them. So I stayed up and watched that till about 8. You know, at this point I had not slept till 2-3 days prior. I think 2 days prior. So he falls asleep for just a little bit during the second half of Lecce and Bologna, and I stayed up and watched the whole thing. So his dad, now his dad was born in Milan, hence why he likes it so much. His dad speaks decent English, but he mostly speaks like Italian at the house, so much so that I've almost even picked up on a few things. Thank you, Symphonic Rain, as well. He comes down about 8 o'clock. He goes, "Oh, what's up, kid? Didn't know you were over." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." He goes, "Well, I'm really surprised that you got here at, you know, like 3 in the morning." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I wouldn't miss it, you know. I was really excited for the game today." And you know, since he's going back up to said state, I figured I'd come by, you know. And his dad goes, "Oh, so how do we play today?" And like I want to tell him, but remember that thing I said about their TV being you know, House is a VPN, so all their TVs in Italian. I want to tell him like, "Oh, you know, I wouldn't recommend Mr. Stefano. I wouldn't recommend looking at the TV." And all of a sudden, there's like a news flash on, since we were just watching like the Serie A channel. And he goes, "Oh, look, it's us." And I was like, And then from what he told me, the commentator was saying, "Well, Milan just suffered their toughest loss in 23 years, 5-0 to Atalanta." And he looks over at the TV and he goes, "What the fork?" And just starts screaming in Italian. I'm pretty sure that these words were not the most child-friendly. And then just ended up walking upstairs. And I was like, "Oh man," like I feel that, you know, I absolutely feel that. So Lazio comes on at 8:30. I'm still over at the house, still have not slept, and we play. Obviously, the Supercoppa Italiana final is between Juventus, Lazio. And all money's on Juventus, right? It's just simple as whenever you watch a Serie A game, you don't expect Juventus to lose more than 5 games in a season. Lazio had just beaten them 3-1 2 weeks prior, and you know, you can't take that as much, right? You can't take that as like some defining, "Oh yes, Lazio is definitely going to win the Supercoppa Italiana," whatever. Well, we scored 17 minutes in, and I've absolutely lost it. At this point, I'm so tired for not having slept in a day that I don't even scream. I just stand up, like there's like a famous thing that I do whenever I see something I just can't believe, like whether it's a goal, whether it's something. I put my hands up to my head, like I just can't fathom it. And I think it was Lilic scores in the 17th minute. And it's 1-0 Lazio, and I just put my hands up in disbelief. Like my hands are fully on my head. I have absolutely lost it. I cannot believe that Lazio is leading. I'm just so tired though. Like I have no voice to even speak. So we go up 45th minute, 1 minute of added time. Ronaldo takes a bend from outside. Strakosha saves it, but rebound goes to Dybala. Dybala sinks it. It's 1-1 going into the half. Lazio did not have pretty much any possession, but our counterattack, due to our midfield, was just incredible. Our speed, every person was just having the night of their life, save Cerro, but that's okay. You know, Cerro usually does bad against Juventus for some reason, even though he'll win the goal scorer's trophy every year in the Serie A, but not against Juventus. Usually doesn't play too well. So it's 1-1 going into the half, and it's pretty much back and forth for the rest of the second half. Finally, 70th minute, Lazzari pulls off this crazy cross, which, breaks down their right side. Pulls off a cross. Lilic again, you guys. Lilic again scores on the half volley. Make it 2-1 Lazio. 18 minutes remain. 17 minutes is just pestered by Juventus at this point. They're just putting every man forward, just absolutely bursting down the wings, and they are rolling us. They are absolutely rolling us. They get a free kick outside of the box off of a rather weak call, and Dybala takes it, bounces off of our wall. I don't remember ever going on a cargo ship for any of these missions. Bounces off the wall. All of a sudden, here comes Lazzari on the counterattack. Crosses it just as he does. He's taken down out just on the 18-yard line. Now you're looking at exactly the 90th minute. I think 91 maybe. There's 4 minutes of added time. We get a free kick at the 18. Cataldi steps up and just... My goodness, you guys. Cataldi scores bar down, and I have just absolutely lost my mind. They call the game theirs. It's now 3-1 with only like 30 seconds remaining. They know a comeback is going to be inevitable. And Lazio wins the Supercoppa Italiana. I was amazed. I was absolutely amazed. You know, I feel a tear getting. I feel just like shedding a tear, you guys. It was the most amazing thing. Most amazing thing. And I watched the whole celebration, of course. It was a rather special moment for me. A lot of you guys, I don't know if any of you guys know this or not, but that was the first time I'd ever seen my a club team that I support win a piece of silverware, IRL. The Coppa Italiana that Lazio won last year, I was at work, so I missed. In retrospect, I should have just taken the day off. And Schalke has never won a trophy. So as a result of which, that was the first ever piece of team history that I got to witness live. So it was a real special moment. Okay, are we just fighting? It was just a really, really, really special moment. I'm just glad I was able to experience it. So after that, they had a huge Christmas celebration, so I helped his family make pasta that was homemade for about 3-4 hours. Then I went to a Christmas party last night that was a pretty great time. Just always a lot of laughs when you get to hang out with a lot of the lads, so just had a really, really good time yesterday. I got home to my house after the party probably around like 11:30 midnight. The second my head hit the pillow, I just passed out, lads. I was out, like out cold. And so I woke up today, got all Christmas stuff ready. But yeah, if you guys are wondering why I didn't stream last night, you now know. I was out. Like I couldn't even get my head on the pillow fast enough. I think I fell asleep while I was taking a shower. It was bad. So that is why. But here I am back today. Incredibly happy to be back.
Activating combat mode.
Since it is now 10 o'clock, I can go ahead and say that we are 69 days from the 7 remake. Go ahead and put nice up in the chat. Another thing that kind of disappointed me, if there was any negative take out of this, this week has been very much up and down. So Schalke lost Neubel, and we're going to be losing him to a free transfer. That is definitely a down, right? You hate losing players to free transfers, for good sakes. It hurts the club, it hurts the shareholders, it just hurts everything. So that part sucked, but we did sign Mikkel Gregersic, who's one of my favorite players in the Bundesliga. So, you know what? Win some, you lose some. And Lazio, like I said, winning the Supercoppa Italiana was just a special moment. So that made up for a lot of the wrongdoings of the week. But one of the biggest things I was the most upset about, and maybe I don't have the right to be upset by this. You guys have to tell me your thoughts, but Final Fantasy VII Remake did not have a presence at Jump Festa for whatever reason. I know a lot of guys really wanted to see stuff, myself absolutely included, and the other part of the argument was saying like they've shown us so much in the past 6 months, it's good for them to kind of just go ahead and release it. You know, keep it under wraps. And I was thinking about it, right? Of course, the game now, 69 days away, that's 3 months, or 2 months, and then 9 days, right? I was really thinking about it, and I went back and I watched all the trailers, like I usually do. They have not shown us pretty much anything.
Activating combat mode.
And now, I know that may seem like, well, what do you mean, delete? Of course they have. You know, they've shown us, and you can even note all the trailers that have been shown. A lot of those trailers have just shown the same exact thing with little bits of pieces kind of cut. They haven't shown us really anything of the late game. And a lot of it has just been like,
Concentrate.
here's the opening bombing mission. or here's the Scorpion boss, right? They haven't shown pretty much anything,
Resolved.
and that's either a really good thing or a really bad thing. Okay, the
Activating
ESRB
combat
rating
mode.
came out, and there is not a blood warning, which is a very, very big warning for some people, as no spoilers, but the ending of the Midgar section in Final Fantasy VII is most noteworthy of its
Resolved.
very bloody scene. And I really hope they didn't cut that, because that was the scene I was most excited about seeing in this
Activating
first
combat
part of the
mode.
remake. More on that when we actually get to it in Final Fantasy VII. And
Modulating phase.
this is what I was thinking about with the 7 remake today. In the ESRB rating, it says the character is allowed to drink provided that they choose the dialogue option to Tifa that says, "Give me something hard." Now, this is the exact same dialogue option that's in the very beginning of the game. Of course, choosing that option gives you affection points towards Tifa, so that is what every man of culture decides on doing.
Conflict resolved.
And I went through and watched every single trailer, and I realized something. They've never actually shown us any of the dialogue options. Go ahead and do some heavy research, and I find an article from Nomura in June 14th. Just right after E3. And Nomura says, this game has a lot of replayability because there are many dialogue options, many of which we've added, but a lot of which have stayed from the original. Okay.
Activating combat mode.
These dialogue options change the events around you, and as a result of which, there's more replayability. Okay, that's my TLDR for the article. So I went back and I looked through every single bit of research, every bit of interviews, every bit of trailer stuff, and I realized something. They've never actually showed us a dialogue option.
Activating combat mode.
Let's go ahead and go even further. The voice actors for Rufus, Hojo, Scarlet, Red 13
Conflict resolved.
are still unknown. Huh. For a game that's only 69 days away, that just seems a little crazy, right? Especially the dialogue options part. If there's something I love about the original Final Fantasy VII is that it has dialogue options, and unlike some of the Final Fantasy games, these dialogue options actually had merit, as it would decide on who you dated.
Activating combat mode.
That is a new enemy. The Slaps. So, I, of course, really want to see that in action. We haven't seen it yet. Will we see it yet? It's so beyond me, I don't know. Now, I will say that Square is not doing something which it is notorious for, and that is spoiling the goddamn game before it comes out. Which is kind of funny, which once again I'll kind of talk about in a little bit.
Conflict resolved.
In Kingdom Hearts 3, the entirety of the game was spoiled in the trailers. I kid you not, the final cutscene in the game is in the opening trailer of the game. Like, the trailer that they released at one of the E3s, the gosh dang ending cutscene of the game is in it. They're notorious for this. They did the same exact thing with Final Fantasy 15, okay? They are notorious for, like, oh, here's a trailer, and then they'll have random cuts, and then it's like, something big happens, and then it's like, oh, I haven't seen that cutscene yet when you play the game. And now you know from the second that you start the game,
Activating
oh, I'm going to
combat
see this
mode.
cutscene sometime. And of course, is that a Deathclaw? And of course, when you do, since you know that you've already seen it, because if you're a fan, you've probably watched all the trailers, they'll go ahead and spoil it. Now, the funny thing with this is the fact that Final Fantasy VII would be the one game that they probably should spoil, considering that,
Resolved.
ding, 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 the game's been around since 1997. As to why they're choosing not to spoil a game that's been around since 1997, I don't have a clue, but I also appreciate it because... right, exactly. You would think that they would kind of show this off because Final Fantasy VII's been around since 1997. They kind of should. The game itself already spoils what's inside the remake because you already know.
Activating
Hence my
combat
confusion
mode.
about it, right? It's definitely a little weird. So, regardless, I don't know what the end game is. I don't understand what the whole thing behind it is. I just really, really hope that we go ahead and get
Modulating
something,
phase.
and we get it soon. Of course, like me, I'm pretty sure every fan here wants to get a, and I know the argument is definitely against the data miners, but with the amount of time considering that they're already midway through the second remake game, I would argue that they've had time to go ahead and perfect it. They want to, we want a demo. We want to go ahead and play it. And honestly, I thought that demo would come with Jump Festa. It would make sense because, like myself, a lot of us get PlayStations for this game. If it was not for the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I would not have bought a PlayStation. Of course, I got it in July for my birthday. But if I did not get it, let's say I didn't get it in July, if I didn't have the money for the time, I would have gotten it for Christmas because I want that 7 Remake. And I think they would capitalize on that because I know I'm definitely not the only one. From threads that I've seen all over the interwebs, I've definitely seen that people have bought a PlayStation 4 just for this game. Will they make a bundle for the Final Fantasy VII Remake? Probably. But Christmas and birthdays are, and you can't really have like a whole economic standpoint on birthdays because they're every single day. Christmas and birthdays are the 2 days that you would expect people to buy the most amount of technology, right? Phones, games, gaming systems, TVs. So I would definitely bank on them doing a demo for Jump Festa because it's near Christmas time, and for all the people who are buying their, getting their PlayStation on Christmas Day, why don't you go ahead and just log into the PlayStation Store and download what is going to be probably the most anticipated game of 2020. What is up, Flacco? I was actually just talking about you, dude. Talking about our Mario Superstar Baseball. So, that's 7 bait again. Sky high limits, though. So, yeah, I really expected that it would happen unless we're going to go ahead and get a surprise demo drop tomorrow or Christmas. And that's beyond me. But we will see. So, you finished the Kujirivaka route. Red pill me on it. How was it? Did you actually cry in the club? Did the tears fall? Did it hit? Has the Little Buster's magic hit? It always reminds me of that. We're getting a lot of scenes. Oh, you for real shed a tear. Like, actual more than one tear, many tears, tears streaming down the face, heavy breathing type thing. It happens. That game does it to the best of you. It does it to the best of every person who's read it, man. No matter what, that's one of those games that just can't escape from tears falling. You just can't. Several. If I'm not mistaken, that's it, correct? Don't you just have to do refrain now? Kate Sis Megaphone? Question mark? What does it do? Huh? Kate Sis is now in the DMV? Okay.
Activating combat mode.
Now, I'm gonna tell it to you plain. The Mio route isn't actually that long, so you're almost at refrain, man. Get ready for a wild ride. Dang, this is a real flashback.
Concentrate. I'm feeling it.
Conflict
Gosh,
resolved.
man, I'm excited for your refrain read. I'll just say that. Red
Activating
pill you on
combat mode.
Katawa Sojo. It's a meme VN that Fortunes wrote back in the mid 2000s about every girl who had like a physical disability, like no legs, or I think one was like
Activating combat
blind,
mode.
deaf, that type of stuff. But with its memedom actually came very decent writing, and it's regarded as like the best fake VN ever
Conflict
written.
resolved. Activating combat
Out of
mode.
the way.
So
Later.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
it's a read. I haven't personally read it, but I've seen a read through of it. It's enjoyable.
Activating combat mode.
Obviously, it's a lot more like kind of joking around as opposed to being a more serious, like heavy stuff.
Modulating phase.
But Little Busters is one of those games that, like, after you finish reading it, it's one of those that you're going to want to take a break from reading VNs for a while. I hear that Muzzle of the Alternative is... There we go. Muzzle of the Alternative is very much similar in that regard. Like, it's just one of those games that after you read, you're like, you know what? I need to read either lighter stuff,
Prove
A,
your honor to me.
or B, I just need to go ahead and take a break and not. Maybe I'll go ahead and play, like, some mindless shooter game or something like that, because it's,
Conflict resolved.
very heavy stuff and stuff that will sit with you for a while.
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way.
Katawa Shoujo really isn't that, but I know that the writing is apparently very, very well done. That's all I could pretty much say about it. Obviously, if I had actually read it myself, I'd be able to red pill you on it further, but I haven't. Alas, I have not.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
After that's a good one because Ace Attorney isn't really that heavy. Yuffie steals it again. Bye, Yuffie. Whoa! There she goes again. And like I said, mate, it's one of those where once you finish Little Busters, that's where I'd go ahead and make your decision because it's a heavy one. What's with the PR department's thing? Nothing but a public relations magazine. I want a real treasure. Somewhere in the Marine Caves there's supposed to be a treasure. You could be there's a lot of nasty monsters there, but I'm certain you'll be able to find it.
Activating combat mode.
I got a question for you, Flacco. Obviously I don't know your VN budget right now, but with it being the Steam winter sale. Oh, I thought we leveled up again. The game trolled me. Have you been watching any of my Symphonic Range streams?
Alright, here comes the big one.
I'm trying to think back because I don't actually recall you in it.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
And the reason I ask
Conflict
is
resolved.
if no,
Activating
I
combat mode.
cannot. Okay. I wonder how much of that spoil. I think I just did the neutral bad ending, so not too much. If you were interested in that kind of stuff, I can't recommend it enough. Yeah, I think it was Friday night. Because that game is spectacular, and I would really, really recommend you give that one a hearty read, man. It's an interesting one. Of course, so Summer Pockets, its new release date is New Year's Day.
Conflict resolved.
In a surprise move to absolutely no one, Valve has rated Summer Pockets M. Now, the thing behind that is, I say in a move surprising absolutely no one, considering that every VN pretty much ever has been rated M. Even games without any inappropriate content, they're all rated M. That's just how it rolls. Planet's rated M, and it's like the most wholesome.
Combat mode.
Ace Attorney is really highly regarded, but Symphonic Rain is a top 25 on VNDB. Of course, like, it really depends. If you want to go for straight, just full VNDB list, then you're going to want to go read Muv-Luv, which I haven't even read yet. So I don't know if you'd want to hold off until I would be able to give you the hearty red pill on that. But it's a ride, you know. Summer Pockets is going to be a ride just like every other key game has been. And one of the issues that I have is the fact that every VN is going to be rated M, like I said. There is no, like, it's just no surprise. So if you put a review queue on a game on Steam and it's rated with a mature rating, another person basically has to go in and check your work. Because they don't want games that are like
Prove your honor to
that
me.
school shooter simulator that come out, they give it a mature rating, and then nothing gets done about it, and then the game comes out and everyone starts buying it for, you know, the meme, and then every single person goes off and wants to get it reported afterwards, you know. They don't want that repeating. So if a game gets a mature rating, it can't just immediately get put up on the market. It has to be completely reread. Considering that Summer Pocket is a VN, it's super long. You know, shocker. And Umineko is now up there in ratings. It was not before. I'll have to go ahead and give you my take on that game in a little bit. But since Summer Pocket's got a negative review, it's not like I said, there's no inappropriate content. From what I'm concerned, maybe there's like a small bit of cursing, but there is no, like, you know, adult content. None of that, but it will be rated M because it's a visual novel. Since it got that mature rating, the Valve is going to have to go ahead and redo their whole thing on it, so it's not going to be... The release date was supposed to be today. The release date's now going to be New Year's Day. So that kind of sucks, but at the same time, it gives us... it gives us time to catch up on Symphonic Rain and do Muv-Luv before that happens. The red pill on Umineko. I can't really explain it, but it goes something like this. While I was reading it, Umineko had some of the best highs that I've ever seen in a VN. And I mean that. In particular, Chapter 7's Tea Party has one of the best single bits of just anything that his name is Hungry, I've ever read in a VN. And I 100% mean that. I wish I was streaming it because I was pretty much like actually audibly screaming every 3 seconds. It was incredible. The suspense, the terror, everything you felt, it was just a rush of emotions. Odin materia? It was absolutely just incredible. But at the same time, the game has some of the lowest lows that I have ever read in a VM. So I don't really know what to say about that. When I think it could be summarized like this. When I finished Little Busters, I gave it a 10. And I still haven't even finished Ecstasy. I'm not going to until I catch up to that on the stream. A year now after rating Little Busters and now rereading it for stream, I give it like a 17 out of 10. It has resonated with me so much that every time I think about that game, there's something new I think about. It's incredibly impactful, right? there was something that I missed, just a message that it was hiding in plain sight, that I didn't figure out until now my second, third read through, whatever I'm on, right? When I finished Umineko, I give it a 9.2. If I were to think about it now, I'd give it a high 8, like an 8.6, 8.7.
Conflict resolved.
Because it doesn't have that same exact feeling that Little Busters gave me. Much obliged, boss. You're an inexhaustible fountain of knowledge. I'm forever in your debt. Whoa, you certainly toughened up. Sorry, I'm on to my next job. I'm going to show those nincompoops who's boss. Yeah, but are you okay doing so? Till we meet again, boss. Oh, he's actually going to go do the next mission by himself. When I finished Umineko, like I said, I would give it now a high 8 because a lot of the stuff was very, very stupid. Like, Umineko is very much a too deep for UVN. A lot of the stuff is really told in its symbolism, and to be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand the immense psychological discourse in Umineko. I'm just kidding, but a lot of its stuff is very stupid and kind of poly. Like, when it starts, there's 18 characters, 19 characters, I don't even remember. By the time the game ends, there's like 70 characters, and they just keep adding more. There's more witches, there's more characters. There's now a time-traveling circus goer from the future that's gonna read you the book. And they add so many characters that the original thing gets completely oversighted. And it's like, what am I even reading anymore? I thought I was reading about characters on an island, not, you know, these witches in a chess match.
Conflict resolved.
So that part, I did not like the overabundance of added characters. And the reason why Umineko got super high ratings, and it's now number 2 and 3, which I'm not saying aren't completely deserved. Like, the VN is very good. It's a top 10 for me for sure. But it just, in retrospect, it just wasn't. It wasn't as much as what I thought when I finished it. The reason why is just because, like Steins Gate, it's one of the very few VNs that gains a lot of traction. Please give me. Oh, it is Cait Sith. I've never actually gotten Cait Sith ever. And he levels us up. All right, Cait Sith, what are you gonna do for us, man? A courage boost. No AP cost, barrier, magic barrier, endure, no physical, constant crit. Wow, not too bad. So anyways, that's my red pill on it. The soundtrack's great though, I will give it that. Soundtrack is one of the best I've heard. So, hey, maybe you'll at least enjoy it for that much. But it's good, just very long. A lot of the stuff is seemingly unnecessary. Like, you don't need to talk about whatever you're talking about for a majority of it. You just kind of want them to skip to stuff that's important.
Conflict resolved.
Zero Escape series, I feel very mutual on. Like, I don't neutral, I should rather say. I don't know much about it. One of my friends, it's one of his favorite series. It's just very comparable to Danganronpa. I think it's by the same company who made it. That's all I can say about that. Like I said, since I haven't played it myself, I can't give you the rundown on it.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on.
I don't think I ever got the Odin material. I'm like really thinking about it now. I know for sure I never got Cait Sith ever.
Conflict resolved.
Ah, Master Zack, impressive display. Hey, it was too bad about last time, but it happens to the best of us. That was a situation where my lack of combat experience impacted my performance. Things don't happen on the battlefield the way you think they would. Well, I'm surprised. I thought you might be feeling down, but I'm amazed about how well you're taking it. Master Zack, I hope to show you someday just how much I've grown under your tutelage. Okay. Farewell. I think there's only one more left. Oh my, there's a full map here. I really don't want to fight everything, so we're gonna stick to the sides. I know it's gonna be in that far back room for sure. I really wonder what the Odin materia does. It's got to do on Tetskin, but I wonder if it's just gonna one-tap everything.
Activating combat mode.
Oh man! Oh man! Alright. Let's chill a little here. Let's chill. Just gotta stick to play our game plan. Gosh dang it.
Modulating phase. Power surge.
Concentrate. I'm feeling it.
No! Yes! Please. Yes. Well, that's the one we needed, lads.
Yeah, I'm on fire now. Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
Alright, now I think we either go to the briefing room or the soldier room. There is an item that you could get, but I don't know. Yeah, no, never mind. You can't get it anymore. I guess I'm no. He's a level 7 now. What happened? You taught me a lot, but I'm still screwing up. I don't know if I have what it takes to be in Soldier. What happened to the nail-eating guy I saw just the other day? I've decided to quit Soldier and go back home. I heard you're quitting Soldier. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused. Did you find out the most important thing about being a Soldier operative? No, I never did, but I do know that it is what kept me going until now. I had a dream that someday I'd be a prime soldier like Zack. That was the dream that kept me going. There was something my mentor used to tell me when I was a rookie. He used to say, embrace your dreams. Embrace your dreams? My mentor used to help me with my missions just like Zack helped you with yours, and Jill. Wait a minute, that mentor... The most important thing about being a soldier operative is to embrace your dreams. My mentor taught me that. To embrace my dreams. There's the tires. Oh, he's going to start squatting now too. I'm going to stay and try to become a soldier just like you. My first goal is to do 1,000 squats. Look at that. Best of luck to the lad. Alright, so there's the tires that we needed for the car. But we have to continue on these missions. Like I said, sorry, it's just I wish we can go ahead and just go to do the most important part of this story, but alas, we cannot. There's a lot of missions that need to be done since I've kind of been lacking on them.
Activating combat mode.
So now that we are at our final goodbye to Midgar, I've got to go ahead and get these done. I don't want to miss out on a whole bunch of content.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Hi. Yeah. Yeah. Hot. Later.
Conflict resolved.
There will also be a time before I finish the game where I'm going to go ahead and have to grind all the missions that are like very hard now. I'm going to go ahead and have to grind those, obviously when we're more leveled, have better equipment, etc. Look at there's Odin. Nice. Let's just go up to down. How many do I... That gives us materia. Yeah, we have a lot of missions. But that is okay. At least we get a whole bunch of new equipment. Hopefully we actually start getting level 3 magic as well.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on. Yeah. Hot.
So, like I said earlier, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. This is going to be the slog now. It's just grinding this out.
Modulating phase.
Let's get us Odin. Oh, we're going to get the Chocoba.
Power surge.
Later.
Conflict resolved.
All things considered, I think Cisne and Katesith are probably the best DMVs that we have. Like, in terms of efficiency, I'd want to get them at the start of every
Activating
fight.
combat mode.
Especially for those grueling boss fights. Especially later on, we're going to have some that are super long. Use your attack! Thank you. How am I? More so than what I said, like for the past 35, 40 minutes. Just good. I mean, that's about it. That is the most basic answer of all time.
Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
That's like the answer that I would give how to change my profile picture black or just put the Kaneki pic.
Activating
Just good.
combat mode.
No, but that's about it really. I mean, that's nothing more, nothing less.
Resolved.
It's just a simple time enjoying my break off from school.
Activating combat mode.
Glad I'm streaming more, and every day I wake up one day closer to the 7 remake, right? That's what keeps you going.
Modulating phase.
How are you, chat?
Power surge.
We've been getting a lot of rolls tonight.
Show me the true power of soldier. Mind your own business.
I've always wondered what his Apocalypse says. I think it's lines from Loveless. You know, it certainly makes sense, right?
Modulating phase.
1, 2, 3. We should get something for that. No. No. That reach is incredible.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat
Level
mode.
3 magic.
Modulating phase.
No, it trolled us.
Conflict resolved.
Do I have MP up materia? No, I don't. I've got to have something better than this. HP 20. Really not. Vitality 40. There you go, Vitality 60. Get that defense up.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on.
There we go, helps quite a bit. The range on this thing is just get spammed. That's it.
Conflict resolved.
Wait, really? Okay, 2 pieces of level 3 magic. I mean, I'll take that every day of the week. If I actually fuse that with Thundaga, where are you, Master Thundera? I wonder if I'll get Mastered Thundaga. Yeah, Magic 4. Let's put an item on it too. Put an elixir. Never mind, doesn't give us anything. What does this do? AP plus 10. Use 5 in a Materia Fusion for luck plus 1. That's kind of good. Yeah, no, we don't need to use an item. Use a potion. There we go. Where are you? Alright, well, that helps for sure, having level 3 magic. The MP part kind of sucks. Considering our MP is nowhere near high, but hey, level 3 magic, right? Can't complain. To think that we're only like a fourth of the way done with these missions is insane. Feels like we've done so many. Let's get that level 3 magic taste. 300.
Conflict resolved.
Now that I think about it too, we're gonna have to go to the materia room and hand it over to those guys. We have a whole bunch of materia stones. We could actually probably go do that now. We might be able to get something really good. No, not the tank again.
Activating combat mode.
Might be a little bit more efficient time-wise. Oh my god. That's a lot of MP that thing takes. Self-destruct. Power attack. Come on, DMV, do your thing. Okay, at least the thing's super slow.
Power surge.
Another level up. We've been getting them like wildfire today. That's good. Spreading like wildfire? I don't even know, like,
Concentrate. I'm feeling it.
the aphorisms are just gone in my head today. I am probably still tired. No magic cost. Oh, no magic damage. Oh, there we go. That's what I needed. A bronze bangle for that. We had to go shred those things, and all we got was this T-shirt. All right, let's go to the materia room. They're gonna have a gosh dang heyday. I think actually we should go to the training room first, see if there's anything new. That's not me doing a squatting competition. That what they believe to be ancients were actually not ancients. Only the top brass of the science department knows the true answer. We're going to test your physical fitness. Are you ready to take it? Oh, yeah. Okay, we already did what we needed to do. So, we don't need to come back here. Let's go over to the materia room, though. Alright, this is going to be 10 minutes time. There's so many different magic stones, attack stones. We may never be able to work together again. No. There's like actual plot development with this? It looks like the Materials room is no longer in use in this world. Arms development under Director Scarlet is spearheading Materia R&D. We belong to the Soldier Department, and we're not performing because we're low on funds, unlike the Arms Department. Oh no! Thanks as always. I'm happy to tell you our Materia's reputation has been growing. So good, though. She was humiliated. Now our business is good. We saved him, and we got gravity. I don't know how useful that is. The planet closest down has been scrapped. It's all thanks to you, Regan. That was it? Alright, cool. We saved them from going bankrupt. Wonderful. That both black and white materia exist? What is that? Black materia can destroy the planet, and white materia can save it. If such a materia does exist, I'd love to see even one of them. Ah, me too. It's hard to believe that Director Lazard was the one funding Hollander. We've kind of already been knowing that one. Alright, let us go back to the mission grind. Oh, guard scorpion. Okay. No chest here. Doesn't look like one over there.
Activating combat mode.
Oh, there is one right over there. Okay, never mind. Oh, we are so low on MP.
Conflict resolved.
Why are we just getting bronze armlets? They're useless at this point of the game.
Activating combat mode.
Oh, this boss is not gonna be fun. Give me steel. No! No! Ah. Okay, where are you, Ether? Let's get Kira going. This thing is gonna light me up. Alright, I guess I could just hold the block button. As opposed to just dodging the EM field. MP0, let's go! This thing has health like no tomorrow. Okay, okay. Let's chill out. Let's chill out, bub. Alright. It goes through my block? Thank you. I was going to say, why is the DMV not working when we need it most? Oh no. Double trolled. Please die. Oh my goodness. We're getting rolled. Okay. Please. Maybe? Maybe we have hope? Odin? Odin! Be for it. Okay. We're good. Only level 1 though. Still 3k. This thing's just gotta die soon. MP0, wonderful. The bulletproof vest? I wonder if we have one of those. Thundara blade. Is the Shinra Alpha better than the Shinra Beta? I think it is. And we have a whole bunch of bulletproof vests. Vitality 40, Vitality 60, yeah. There we go. It's like the one time that me spinning when we... Oh my god. There's like such an insane power spike that we reach at a certain time in this game that like... It's gonna be laughable how much damage we're doing right now. Once you get like weighted punch or something like that, or lucky punch, which you need to do by doing a whole bunch of missions, on top of like just different materials, different items, you are so set, it's insane. Nothing here, maybe a chest. Yes. I think if you get a certain amount of elixirs, you can make something. Like 7 of them. I think we've probably reached that by now.
Activating combat
Okay.
mode. Conflict resolved.
Something I don't know how to do is to get more equipment on, because you can have up to 4 slots, and then you can get the entirety of the Genji gear. But right now we only have 2 slots, and I don't know how to change that. Obviously it's got to be done via mission, but what missions and how? I couldn't tell you.
Conflict resolved.
Why do these maps have to be so long? Why can't we just Okay, come on, Genesis, please. Alright, not bad. Level 2. 5? That just might kill him.
Show me the true power of
Can you
soldier.
pause while doing this?
Mind your own business.
The skies, even if the moral is buried of promises, nothing shall forestall my return. So it is. I figured it was Loveless. It's the final act. Kind of cool. Oh my! 7K?
Conflict resolved.
That's how we're hitting now. Love it. Oh god, this thing again.
Activating combat
Out
mode.
of the way. Hi.
Modulating phase.
Give us another level up, Aerith. Alright. We've already seen this scene. Come on.
Power surge.
Aerith, why would you do this to me?
Good luck.
Thanks.
I think it gives us invincibility, no? Yes. Okay, that's just gonna let us mow this boss down, but no level up. Woo!
Conflict resolved.
Let's go. Didn't even have to let him cast. What? That was that whole bracket. Why is there more? Behind the scenes. Oh. Remedy.
Activating combat mode.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
Wow.
Activating combat mode.
Okay.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
If I had $1 for every time that I heard activating combat mode tonight,
Conflict resolved.
I'd have like $2. This thing just keeps playing. So many enemies. I guess this is why we're leveling up so much. There's no plot to be had in these missions. It's just like robotic running. How symbolic. That's what the Shinra Corp does to you.
Modulating phase.
Oh! Here's a second now. Dang, got him.
Power surge.
Is this the end? I'm trying! I'm trying! Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
If we could even get like 40% of the missions done before the point of no return in this game, I'd be happy. Because a lot of this stuff, like I said, you really can't do until later on. Some of the missions in this game, especially this super boss, are so incredibly difficult that I've never even attempted the super boss of this game. When I was a kid, I hadn't even done a lot of the missions, to be honest. I probably only did like, oh, titanium bangle, nice. I probably only did like
Activating combat mode.
20% at most. I don't even know how I leveled up. I think the final boss was rather difficult for this reason, but
Conflict resolved.
I know I certainly didn't have any good materia or anything like that. I was definitely not a special case, so I don't know how I was able to even beat this game, but I did so, and I did so with difficulty. I think I probably was saved by the DMV more than once. At the same time, though, doing these missions, getting the materia, getting the equipment, getting the levels, so on and so forth, is going to make this ending of this game a lot easier. And of course, the super boss. I don't know how difficult this super boss is going to be, though.
Modulating phase.
I think there's, like I said, if you use that weighted punch move, I'm pretty sure there's a way you can hit, like, near max damage every hit, if I remember correctly.
Thanks!
I think a buddy of mine told me about it, but I don't remember how to do that. And I certainly will need to go ahead and get a lot of the, like, I want to have full Genji gear, which is the best gear in the game. Genji gear is pretty much the best gear in every Final Fantasy. I need to have that before I even can think about, you know, fighting this boss. And since we're going and doing every mission anyway, you know, you get the Genji gear by doing different things in different missions. A lot of just different stipulations. You know, whether it be like, oh, I am gotta kill this monster in a certain way or open up this treasure chest. So we'll be able to get that the more missions we unlock. I wish we were a little luckier with leveling up, because I feel like we're a little bit far behind in level, but, you know, the 24% that we're at, 25% that we're at of mission clearances is decently high for the stage of the game. It's just that our levels are low.
Prove your honor to me.
Hence why I wish they did keep the DMV thing. I don't have a problem with it. I know some people do because they think it slows down the combat of the game. I really enjoy it. It's just the problem is that the XP, they really needed to have an XP bar. And I mean that. When I was a kid, I had no idea that killing monsters even gave XP. Like, I didn't think that was a thing. So, you could see a little bit of the frustration there. %, is what we're at. Probably 23 after this mission. Alright. So yeah, thank you guys for sticking around over an hour and a half of just senseless grinding. I think we've jumped from like 12-13% of missions. We jumped almost a full 10% today, which is nice.
Activating combat mode.
And the game only gets easier from here, right? So I am probably going to shut this off pretty soon, though. I want to get Symphonic Rain done. I need to finish that. And now that, for better or for worse, Summer Pockets has been delayed, it gives us a lot more time to catch up on the VN backlog before we do the Key Marathon. And we're probably going to do that in celebration of the Blue Reflection coming out to US. I'm just trying to think about now timing. You know, the Before Crisis remake that they did, which is the Turks story, we're going to play that before we play Final Fantasy VII. The original Final Fantasy VII, I probably am going to start playing on the 25th of February. I really want to play the Final Fantasy VII original before the 7 remake, right before, just so that way it's fresh in my head, it's fresh in your guys' heads. When we touch that remake, we're going to be able to see every little bit of stuff that was expanded upon, you know, stuff that was changed, stuff that was added, stuff that, hopefully, I don't even want to use those words, but taken out. Character dialogue, that kind of stuff, right? I really want to see the changes, and if I played 7 right now, there's a chance that over the next 69 days I would forget something. So if I did it Final Fantasy VII just up to the 5 days before, we'd really be able to go ahead and get a firm grasp on the 7 remake. So I'll probably just continue my save that I have right now, the one that I'm doing for fun, and just kind of run around doing that for a little bit. Whenever I have downtime, the rare downtime, I'll go ahead and play that save.
Activating
But
combat mode.
besides that, we just need to catch up on the VN backlog now. However long MLA takes us, we'll see, but you know, I'm actually going to search up how long this game takes to 100%. Howlongtobeat.com. By the way, for those of you guys that do not know about this website, How Long to Beat is amazing. It's what I use before every stream, so that way I could gauge how much time it's going to take. To 100% every mission, it's going to take us about 70 hours. We have only 10 hours on this game. Holy fork. If worse comes to worse, I will go and just fly through this game, like, because honestly, once we finish up all the missions here, I'm gonna go ahead and do that stuff, and then we play the game up until the final save point, and
Activating combat mode.
that final save point that we do is just all mission grinding. So honestly, you guys, if worse comes to worse, which I'm hoping not, but like if it becomes like February 1st or something like that, you know, late January, and we still have not 100% of this game, I'm going to put it on the backlog. I'll finish it. You know, once we get to the final save point, all I got to do is just enter in the final boss room. But I stream for about 2 hours every time I play this game. We need about 50-60 hours left. That means 25 to 30 days, and that's implying I stream every day, which, you know. Oh, man. This worries me a little bit.
Modulating phase.
Before Crisis won't take long, though.
Conflict resolved.
The remake itself is made by just a group of fans, by the way, and it's a fan translation. The gameplay elements are completely updated.
Activating combat mode.
The art is very like it's from a mobile game, so the art looks really bad. The only reason why you would go ahead and want to play that is just for plot, which is the reason why we're doing it. Just so that way you guys can get like a better understanding, and I could actually finish it.
Conflict resolved.
And it's no marks to them. Like they did a fantastic job. They did something that I could never do, and they translated the only Final Fantasy game that has never been to the West. So, much love to them for doing that. But it's not, and there's like I said, there's not much they could do. They made it from RPG Maker, so it's pretty much just an RPG. The original was like a really weird mix of like
Conflict resolved.
ATB type running around. I don't know, but
Activating combat mode.
they did it, and like I said, much love to them for doing so. It's just, it's not the most compelling game to watch. It's just like I said, we're there for plot. So it's not going to take too long to beat.
Conflict
We
resolved.
could probably do so in like 10 hours, but I want to go ahead and still donate at least the latter half of January to go ahead and 100% it. Maybe even February. I also have to remember that this year is a leap year.
Conflict resolved.
I could even go ahead and do like March 1st and do the final part of Final Fantasy VII. There's a lot of different options. I like options.
Activating combat mode.
We haven't leveled up in a while. We need to level up. It's got to be coming. We've killed way too many things.
Onto A
And before this is a level up.
power surge.
Nope. Thought I had the dream.
Is this the end? I'm trying! I'm trying!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
A potion?
Onto A
Oh my
phase.
god. Okay. That's... What does mastering steel even do?
Conflict resolved.
Like, is it always a % chance maybe death? That's gotta be useless. There's no way that works on anything. Doesn't? Oh, there is a treasure. We gotta go for it. It's not great. Yeah, not worth it.
Activating combat mode.
This is a wild enemy now? Are you serious? Hopefully it has a lot less health than the other one. Hopefully it has something based I could steal. Oh my god!
Onto A phase.
Oh, Thundaga? Oh, that works too. This thing usually whips out some damage, so.
Show me the true power of Soldier. Mind your own business.
Yep. Whoa, 5k.
Conflict resolved.
Wow, my HP just raised like 10%. That is not bad.
Activating combat mode.
These to end the war with Wutai missions are always so long.
Conflict resolved.
The Happy Turtle. The thing from Wutai? We could buy stuff? Huh. Huh. Dash? I wonder how that would even work.
Activating combat
Out
mode.
of the way. Yeah. Yeah. Take that.
There we go.
Phase.
Come on, baby. 777. Give us a level up. We haven't had one in so... Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode. Modulating phase.
Yes! I knew it had to have happened. We've just been going on for too long without it.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
No way.
Modulating
Alright.
phase.
Back-to-back level ups. I don't even know if that's possible. Stop hurting me! Oh my god! Why do you guys only carry potions? You're supposed to be like an elite military guard. You should have something cool.
Take that. Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
Why won't you just finish me off? I don't feel like it. Are you gonna let the cycle go on? We will target Shinra as long as we live. My dream is to become a hero. What? I carry out my duties so that I can bring happiness to as many as I can. What's your dream? To revive Wutai? Then you're not gonna be of any use if you die here. We're your enemies. You might regret this later on. I don't know about that, but if I were to finish you off, I wouldn't sleep too well with it tonight. If you want to try and defeat me, just take me on anytime. I'll see ya. Wow. Big man team. The Mountain Chocobo Armlet. Let's see. AP 40. Wow. Okay. We should roll through this thing now.
Activating combat mode.
We'll get that materia too, add them to the DMV.
Modulating phase.
Dang it! I wanted Catsy.
Power surge.
Okay, at least we have great. I just realized, oh man, that's not great. Wow, why are we getting lucky now?
Power surge.
He has really high defense.
Is this the end? I'm trying! I'm trying!
Oh my god, why is he guarding? Well, thank you, Sung, again. You have no problem with this village being bombarded? I have a big problem with it. All evidence of misconduct must be erased as a Turkar must enforce company policy. That excuse again. I guess, yeah, I didn't think Zack would be too happy about blowing up Angeal's home village.
Is this the end? I'm trying! I'm trying!
Way too early. Oh, he doesn't do that much damage. And now we know physical. Surprised he hasn't used, what is he at? Mega Flare, I think? Exit Flare. Nice! Speak of the devil. Magic damage too, not elemental, so. Holy. I think that was more HP than we have. It was!
Resolved.
All right. All that for drain? He didn't even get added to the... Oh, here we go.
Activating combat mode.
So I haven't heard this song since
Modulating phase.
we've... Oh, please! This would be huge!
Power surge.
Ah, let's go.
You can do it, Zack.
Yeah! I'm on fire now!
I'm cursed though, so... Remedy's up. I should probably try and steal from him.
Modulating phase.
Okay. I think we've already seen this one. Yeah.
Power surge.
Okay. That's a level up.
Prove your honor to me. I got it!
Not bad damage there. Oh, shoot.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Modulating phase.
Whenever I get one Genesis, I always get the second one. I wonder if it's like guaranteed. Because he's not really as part of the DMV. Oh my god. Okay. Theory destroyed.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
No! Let me just fight the boss already.
Modulating
Alright.
phase.
Why no Katsy? Oh my god! Why would you do that, Chocobo? You trolled!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
My god.
Modulating phase. Power surge.
Good luck.
Thanks. Got him.
Conflict resolved.
How big is this? Oh my god, why? 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 Who even is to fight? Let's go down here. Please no. Please no. Nothing. Treasure chest? Maybe. Worth. Maybe. X potion. Adamantite. Okay. It's got to be this one up here. I'm betting on it. I'm wrong. Treasure chest? Yes. We have so many elixirs. It's Angeal. Oh no!
Activating combat mode.
Alright.
Modulating phase.
What? Triple 3? Oh, it masters it automatically? That's kind of cool. Okay. Well, that's magic damage. Thanks, Wheel. Just gonna straight roll him now. Well, as long as no magic damage is up. Wow.
Conflict resolved.
Drainra. Alright, just as we hit the 2-hour mark here, that will do it for tonight. It was just mission grindy. We're almost done though. Because like we're not going to be able to do the behind the scenes. We can finish up those, and then those we can finish up. We've done a lot more though than what we started with, considering we did all the peacekeeping troops, all the weapons developments, all of those. So I will go ahead and say there as we're about to reach a quarter of all missions completed in the game. And look at that, we're level 27. Maybe it falls just in line. Alright, I will go ahead and see you guys later. Thank you for joining Symphonic Rain Time. Oh god, I can only imagine the what that's going to bring to the table. Alright, I will see you guys back here. Probably not tomorrow. Maybe Christmas night. We'll see. Until then, though, I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice night, you guys.